Welcome to this week's Tarot Snapshot. Usually I like to get these out on Sunday, do them every week, but if you can't tell from my voice, I have had a really nasty respiratory virus. It's been this awful cold. I've had it for over a week. I'm just on the other side of it. And thankfully, it was perfectly timed in between all my shows, all my events, and I've been able to really just hunker down and heal. It's Wednesday, December 6th, and Wednesday's the day that I send out emails or write blogs, and I want to make sure that I can send out in my weekly email the Tarot Snapshot. Now, I put this on all the social medias, on YouTube's, TikTok, Facebook, all of that, and this Tarot Snapshot is meant for anybody that stumbles across it. People that follow along with me, people that just stumble upon me, and anybody, even me. Now, tarot is my absolute favorite. It's my go-to. I really like runes, I really like oracle cards, but tarot, there is just absolutely something about it. The Tarot Snapshot brings us a card that represents us in this moment. And then the next card represents what vexes and perplexes. The next card represents what heals and reveals. So this is just a quick reading, fast shuffle. And I love doing this because this even represents me. I get so much out of doing this, and I hope that I can just bring as much insight and clarity to folks as I can. Now, I just cut the deck, and this is going to be the card that represents us. Before I jump into this, I want to talk about something that means a lot to me. We're in December. We're in the holiday season for most of us, if not all of us, and as the years go on, we like to think about the gifts that mean a whole lot to our loved ones. To me, the greatest gift that we can bring our loved ones is peace. Our peace. I'm a big believer that if we want our loved ones in spirit to rest in peace, we have to live in peace. I always use the analogy that, our spirits watch us. Our beloved dead and our ancestors watch us. They're with us every moment. They are behind what I like to think of as a one-way mirror that we would see in a cop show. So they're always with us. They're the source of our intuition. Our suffering is their suffering. Our peace is their peace. And if we want them to rest in peace, we have to be in peace. If we want our loved ones in life to be at peace, we have to be at peace. The example that I'll use is my parents. My parents, I'm so blessed to have them. My mom, my dad, if I want them to be at peace, well, their son has to be at peace. If I want my husband to be at peace or my son to be at peace, I'm responsible for my own, because the suffering of my son, the suffering of my husband, the suffering of my parents is mine. When they suffer, I suffer. When I suffer, they suffer. So when I maximize my peace, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, I bring peace to them. And that's all I ever want. And it's a win-win. I get peace. I have a peaceful life. They're at peace because their loved one's at peace. So that's what I want you to focus on. Now, get your loved ones gifts, experiences, do whatever you want. But remember how vital it is to have peace in our life, because peace is our loved ones. So with that being said, this card right here represents us all. The Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups always usually shows a person sitting at the base of a tree, kind of dejected because they're looking at those three empty cups, and they're kind of pissed off about what they don't have, what's not in those cups. But they don't see the medicine that's being given to them. And I want to use this as an example. So I have been sick. I've been resting. And, it's like winter itself. Winter requires us to slow down, to kind of hibernate, to go into a slower mode. It gives us this opportunity to sort of digest what we've gone through over the course of the year. But for this, let's look at this respiratory virus. Let's look at this thing that I've just gotten over. If I was somebody that, if I was constantly upset about this, all the things that I'm not doing, I would be the guy looking at this. I wouldn't be seeing the medicine that this scenario is giving me. It's giving me peace. It's giving me rest. It's requiring me to really pay attention to my body. This is almost the card that's like, well, look at the silver lining of a thing, but this is really asking us to see that the thing we most often don't see as medicine is medicine for us. This is that thing that requires us to go, okay, well, what am I getting out of this? What is this actually giving me versus what is it taking from me? It's like a divorce. You know, when somebody goes through a divorce, well, you can be upset about it, but what is it actually giving you? It's giving you freedom. It's giving you, you know, closure, what have you. This is that idea that when we're dejected, upset, we need a perspective shift, that we're getting a gift from spirit. For instance, this is the first time in a long time that I've been sick. I haven't been sick in years. Who knows why? Imagine, you know, and again, your mind can play all sorts of tricks on you and you can go down a lot of rabbit holes in your mind. But imagine, you know, if I wasn't sick and I was just doing my stuff and I was out and about doing this, and then could get into a car accident. So maybe this illness is giving me some much needed rest and peace, because I am that guy that will really rest until I'm forced to. So I look at it like that. This is a card where I'm like, well, I'm going to stop being a Four of Cups bitch. So if you're a tarot reader, the next time the Four of Cups comes up for you, ask yourself how you're being a Four of Cups bitch. Okay? So let's use some humor there. The card that vexes and perplexes us is the Hermit. Now, I love this because I'm forced to spend time by myself. You know, like last week I had dinner plans. I had to cancel them because I'm sick. So this is that idea of being, you know, lonely or alone. The Hermit is a card of wisdom. We hold out our experience with this light lamp of love. And most often the Hermit is seen on top of a snowy mountain. And this is that idea of standing on cold intellect. We have to, you know, use our mind. The Hermit is the sage, the wise man. It can be said that the only way you can gain wisdom is through experience. And most often that experience is not fun. Well, I have some experience here. When I get out of this illness, I'm already taking fire cider. I'm already doing the things that are, you know, gonna keep me healthy. I'm just gonna take that a little bit more seriously. So the wisdom that I have from this experience is gained through poor experience. So the card that heals and reveals is this one. I love this. The Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is big mama energy. So this was like my mom. My mom's big mama energy. You know, when somebody's sick, she's going to feed them. She's going to take care of them. She's going to work hard. This is the bread baker. Pentacles is earth. When we're sick, when we're ill, when we're downtrodden, we have to become our own caretaker. And, you know, as developed as I'd like to think I am, even though I'm sick, I'm guilty that I'm not doing work. You know how bored I've been. I have been so upset that I haven't been able to do stuff. You know, I have plans, I have appointments that I've had to cancel and shift around. And I'm so, like, upset about that. But I would never want somebody else to be upset about that. I would tell anybody else, cancel that. Don't go get your massage. Don't go get that. Relax. Take it easy. I even have problems with that. And I would never encourage anybody else to have problems with it. So, again, this is that idea that we have to really always be our own best friend, our own nurturer. Even the people that I feel like I'm pretty well developed and pretty, you know, with it and most things. Am I? Who knows? But this one's really all about, you got to take care of yourself. Even though I think that I take care of myself wonderfully, I still will have that feeling of guilt when it's necessary. So remember, winter, chill out. Take care of yourself. Illness, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take the sick days. Don't feel guilty. That stress is going to compound your sickness, and that's something that we all have to avoid. So be your Queen of Pentacles, especially in the face of the Four of Cups situation. Much love to you. Take care of yourself out there, and I'll see you next week, hopefully on Sunday. Be well.